I can't deal with that now.
Okay, here's a look at Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus from Transformers the movie. And this is now a second set that I have, which I don't plan to open. So yeah, one day someone's probably gonna get this and my collection. But here you could see what the front of the box looks like with the nice artwork of Ultra Magnus. And the back of the box, you get your typical product images and some of the features it has, which I'll go over. I already did a review of this. I don't know how well that review was, but I just thought I'd do it again since I got another one. So that is a look at the box. And here is a look at Ultra Magnus and all of the accessories that he comes with. So first, as always, let's go over all of the accessories, but starting first with the instructions, which is just the open up sheet. And wow, so here you could see the contents. And yeah, I'm remembering you do have to assemble his ears, and then here's all the accessories, his blast effects, which I don't like, I'll point that out, his weapons, all the attachments, where they go, and then the transformation sequence. Yeah, this one I'm trying to remember, like, if this was easy. I think this is pretty much easy. It's a mainline retail, so transformation on these well, it's usually not that hard, but this one does look like there is a lot of steps involved, because you can see the back has some more instructions. But that is a look at the instructions. And then the accessories. So let's start off first here with his guns. I do like his rifle gun. It has a light lavender-ish metallic finish, so that's kind of cool. I always thought it was weird why Ultra Magnus had kind of like a purple shade of gun, and then he has like a handgun as well, so that's nice. You get two of those, and then you get all of these blast effects, which, yeah, I said I'll point out what I don't like. I mean, I don't like that gray on here. I mean, this obviously is supposed to be for like some smoke effect, but yeah, I think they should have thought that out. Aesthetically, I don't think that looks too good in my opinion. But you do get some blast effects, which are cool. And then up here, he does have his shoulder missiles, which they can detach, and then you can fire this off, kind of like that cartoon. So that's cool. And then his antennas that you do have to install, that I already did. And then this one, I'm just trying to just go over this without redoing all of it, but this is cool. Look at that gimmick where this just opens up by lifting this up. So there are some springs in there, and look at how nice they sculpted and painted the interior. I don't know why they didn't do that with the Optimus, but yeah, this does look nice. And he does have a matrix that you can take out. Tolerance here is a little tight, but here you could see what the matrix looks like. This is nice, nicely painted, that transparent blue. So that's a little feature that this figure comes with. And since we're up here, let's just go over the articulation. His head's on a ball joint, so it can go up, it can go down, it can rotate side to side all around. And it is a nicely sculpted head. And then his shoulders, they do have a nice clickety ratchet going forward and back, and friction out to the side. He does have a bicep swivel. That's cool. and then his fist can rotate, and there is a hinge so his hands can open up. So that's all cool. And then yeah, let's just do this. Let's give him his rifle. Oh, it's just a simple peg. I think that's cool. So it just slides down and in, just cool. And then coming down to his hips here, he does have waist rotation but no ab crunch. He does have these hip skirts on the side, so his legs can go out to the side. They can go forward and back on a clickety ratchet. He does have a knee joint. Trying to see, yeah, I think it is a double jointed knee joint. That's due to the transformation. And then his feet, yeah, he always has some big feet, so you only get ankle rockers. So I think it's good enough for standard articulation. And now let's just go ahead and transform Ultra Magnus. Oh no, forgot this. Let's just take a look at his back, because that is tune accurate with that gray detail. So that's kind of nice. Props to the sculptors for doing a nice job sculpting the figure. So now let's go ahead and transform Ultra Magnus to his alt mode and take a look at that. But before that, let's do some comparisons. So let's bring out blur so you could see what Ultra Magnus looks like next to blur. And you can't have blur without Wheelie, so let's bring out Wheelie. And Wheelie appeared in the Headmaster series with RC, so let's bring out RC, and you could see how these all look in scale next to each other. And RC needs to have her boyfriend Springer, so here you could see what all these look like next to each other. And then Springer was always battling Wreck-Gar in the movie. So let's bring Wreck-Gar out. And then we did have a Cup that also appeared in the movie. This is the buzzing bumblebee version. So you could see this is not transparent anymore. So it's painted. And then we did have Hot Rod. And we are now waiting for the Studio Series version of Rodimus. I do have the Kingdom version of Rodimus, but I actually don't like that, so I'm not bringing him out. And then there was also Spike, but we didn't get a Daniel. I do have an extra one, so I can fake it till you make it. But yeah, I'm just holding off on it. We're missing Daniel. So Daniel, so technically I should have two of those there. So here you could see what all of the season 3 movie character Autobots looks like. This is a nice set. So this is part of the reason why I bought duplicates of each one of these. But anyways, now let's go ahead and transform Ultra Magnus and some of these to their alt mode and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at Ultra Magnus in his alt mode, and you could see up close all that nicely sculpted detail. This is actually a really nice figure in my opinion, and when you look at this you could see it's nicely proportioned. Definitely captures the toon aesthetics very well. So I'm actually really impressed with this figure. And in terms of articulation, it's just the cab just rotates around side to side. And if you want, you can also articulate these missiles, or you can actually take them off to make it look like he's firing, or use those blast effects to just kind of create whatever scene that you want here. You can have those on for the bloosh effect. Or, you know, you can actually use this gray piece, which I don't like, to make it look like it's firing. So that's kind of cool. There are fun things you could do with this. And the weapons do have storage. And you could see the little slot up here. So you can tab them in on both sides if you wanted to give them extra guns, but then you have to point him up so he's not shooting at his rockets. So that's kind of cool. But something the Ultra Magnus, a lot of the other figures did, they actually put it like on top. So I guess you could do something like that if you really wanted to have it, you know, up there. And then back here you do have that nice feature where he has the ramps that you know, you can roll up some Autobots, and here you could pull aside the lower part to bring down the upper part to make it look like it's ramps going up here. So that's kind of cool. And for some comparisons that I actually took the time to transform all of these figures, yeah, that's actually a lot of work to do that. But here we could bring out Blur, so you could see what he looks like next to Blur and next to RC. You can also bring out Little Wheelie, and let's bring out Cup, and let's move them over so we can try to get a nice group shot here of all these guys. And then let's bring out Hot Rod here. And last, Springer. And I don't have one of those display things, but yeah, you could see this actually looks really nice in my opinion. So yeah, and just letting you know, the duplicate, I have a duplicate unopened mint and sealed box Ultra Magnus. Same thing with Blur, same thing with Wheelie, same thing with RC, same thing with Cup, same thing with Hot Rod, same thing with Springer. And now we just, you know what we're gonna get, right? We're gonna get a Studio Series Rodimus Prime to be more toon accurate. But anyways, here I just thought I'd show you what all these guys look like together, and I'm gonna end my review here just to keep it short. So this is a look at the Studio Series Ultra Magnus, and this is actually a really nice figure. It's actually expensive. I think when I first got this was $90. Now the second one cost me $105. So yeah, the price went up thanks to you know the thing that's going on right now. But anyways, that's it. That's my review for the Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus.